If you've never heard of the FATF before, here's what you need to know. The Financial Action Task Force, or FATF, is an intergovernmental organisation consisting of over 40 countries, including the USA and UK, and over 30 organisations, including the World Bank and the IMF. The FATF's original purpose was to combat money laundering, but the scope of its focus has since expanded to include protecting, quote, the integrity of the financial system. The FATF achieves its goals by issuing recommendations as to what countries should do about these issues. While the FATF can't set any regulations itself, any countries that don't comply with the FATF's recommendations coincidentally find themselves facing financial friction from the FATF's members, hence why I use finger quotes whenever I mention the FATF's recommendations. Now, given that cryptocurrency's explicit purpose is to replace the financial system that the FATF wants to protect, it should come as no surprise that it's been high on the FATF's list of priorities. This has been the case since 2018, when Facebook announced its Libra stablecoin, and the FATF issued its first set of recommendations about cryptocurrency in 2019. These focused around collecting KYC for anyone interacting with virtual asset service providers, or VASPs, such as cryptocurrency exchanges, and tracking any crypto transaction worth more than $1,000 in accordance with the FATF's infamous travel rule. Now, if you're wondering why the FATF's travel rule exists, it's because every transaction worth more than $1,000 is involved in money laundering, obviously. Countries and crypto companies alike have been slow to adopt the FATF's 2019 crypto recommendations, and this is primarily because they weren't very clear. The FATF's 2019 recommendations also didn't account for all the emerging technologies in cryptocurrency such as DeFi, which is why the FATF opened its ears to public comments about how to address these new crypto niches in February this year. The FATF was supposed to finalize its recommendations based on this feedback in July this year, but this deadline was pushed to October because of the pandemic. The FATF officially issued its final crypto recommendations on October the 28th, and that's what I'll be discussing today. Note that I spoke at length about the FATF back in August, and I recommend watching that video if you want to know just how influential this organization is. And that's up there in the top right.